everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Kim Buchhorst, a realtor serving the Lower Mainland and Fraser Valley of British Columbia, and I'm here to help you take care of what matters most, simplifying the real estate process with my proven systems and eliminating the stress. Big changes are happening in Canadian real estate, from the capital gains tax shakeup to Prime Minister Trudeau's resignation. These events could reshape the housing market, but what does it all mean for you? Today, I'm breaking it down so you can make informed decisions about your investments, taxes, and next real estate moves. Now, before we dive in, I want to emphasize that I'm not a tax advisor. The information I'm sharing is just for general purposes and understanding only, and I highly recommend consulting a professional tax advisor for advice tailored to your specific situation. So let's define the capital gains tax. Simply put, capital gains are the profits you make when you sell an asset like real estate, stocks, or mutual funds for more than what you originally paid. In Canada, when it comes to real estate, this tax typically applies to assets other than your primary residence, and only a portion of those profits is taxed, known as the inclusion rate. So currently, 50% of your capital gains are added to your taxable income and taxed at your marginal tax rate. So for example, if you sold an investment property and made $100,000 in profit, only $50,000 would be subject to tax under the current rules. However, earlier this week, the CRA announced plans to proceed with a new 67% inclusion rate, effective retroactively from June 25th, 2024, even though this hasn't been passed into law yet. This change means a larger portion of your profits would be taxable. For the same $100,000 gain, $67,000 would now be subject to the tax. That's a significant difference. Now here's where things get tricky. Taxpayers have a choice. Report capital gains under the current 50% rate or the proposed 67% rate. If you file at 67% and the changes don't pass into law, you'll need to go through the process of requesting a refund from the CRA. On the other hand, if you stick with the 50% rate and the law does pass, you could owe back taxes, penalties, and interest. The decision is highly individual, and there are pros and cons to both approaches. Again, I strongly recommend consulting with a qualified tax professional to determine the best strategy for your particular situation. Justin Trudeau's resignation adds even more uncertainty to the situation. With Parliament prorogued until March, there's no clear guidance on the future of key housing policies or tax changes. Brings us to the programs like the Housing Accelerator Fund and the National Housing Strategy. Let's break those down. Housing Accelerator Fund, or HAF, is a $4 billion program designed to encourage municipalities to build housing faster. The goal is to create 100,000 new middle-class homes by 2025. Municipalities that meet criteria like speeding up the permit process, increasing housing density, and creating transit-oriented developments can access funding through the HAF. While the program has made some progress, critics argue it doesn't address deeper issues like rising development charges. With Trudeau stepping down, the future of this program is certainly uncertain, especially if there's a change in the leadership. Another key policy is the National Housing Strategy, introduced in 2017. This 10-year, $115 billion plan aims to make housing more accessible and affordable. It includes initiatives like the National Housing Co-Investment Fund, which provides funding and low-interest loans for housing projects, and the Rapid Housing Initiative, which focuses on quickly converting buildings like offices into residential spaces. However, the strategy has faced criticism for its slow rollout and limited impact. For example, the Federal Lands Initiative, meant to repurpose government land for affordable housing, has only created about 4,000 units since 2019. So what does all of this mean for the housing market? The uncertainty around capital gains taxes and Trudeau's resignation has many buyers, sellers, and investors unsure of what to do. For example, sellers are questioning whether to list their properties before the new capital gains rules potentially become law, while buyers are waiting to see how leadership changes will impact the market. On top of all of that, programs like the Housing Accelerator Fund and the National Housing Strategy may face cuts or restructuring under new leadership, which could further slow down housing development. Here's my advice. Stay informed and proactive. Whether you're a homeowner, investor, or first-time buyer, these changes can affect your financial decisions. If you've recently sold a property, consult a tax professional or decide how to report your capital gains. If you're thinking of buying or selling, consider how the market might shift in the coming months. Most importantly, don't let the headlines overwhelm you. My goal is to help you navigate these complexities with confidence. There you go. Thanks for watching. And remember, I'm here to help you take care of what matters most. Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking to learn, let's simplify the process and keep the stress out of real estate. New videos are produced every Wednesday, so see you next time.